So hi everybody who is in the audience right now. Welcome to our final webinar of our Alumni Mentor Program Summer Webinar Series. Today we are featuring Penn State Sokolov-Miller Family Financial and Life Skills Center. And our presenter today is Dr. Dodd Risk, and she is the director of the center. So Dodd, I'll allow you to introduce yourself and take it from there.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you so much. And thank you for having me here today. Again, my name is Dodd Risk, and I am the director for the Sokolov-Miller Family Financial and Life Skills Center. And when people tell me it's a very long name, I smile and I say it's the size of the endowment. So I am very happy to have a long name. So we started the center back in 2013. And I was totally by myself. Then I hired one person after 3 years of being by myself. And currently, I was just telling Lauren that we have almost 14, 15 people working at the center, and we can barely keep up with the demand that people have on financial literacy. Let me go ahead and give you just a quick summary of what we do basically. We basically offer financial literacy, knowledge and skills and resources. So to help everyone who want to work on personal financial challenges and barriers and try to figure out their budget, credit card problems, if they want to figure out student loans, especially if they want to figure out debt management, and we venture into many other topics. The reason that we included in our name the life skills portion is because we venture into things like money and relationship, money and nutrition. We offer salary negotiation. We offer, and I will show you all what we offer at this center. What I would like to do is go ahead and share the website that we have, and this way you can follow, but you can interrupt me at any time and ask any questions you would like to ask. If you have never visited our financial literacy website, it is very, very easy to get to it. All you have to do is either type financial literacy at Penn State, and that will take you to the website, or go to the Penn State and look for the financial literacy website on the main page of Penn State. We sit on the front page with tuition and financial aid. You scroll down and you will find us on the main page of the Penn State website. As I said in the beginning, our mission or our we are committed to provide students with resources needed to make informed decisions regarding their money management. So this is basically what we do. We provide trusted resources. We help students make decisions. We offer distinct programs, and these programs, everything we do is used through our website. We call it the hub for our services. During this hub, anything that you want to get hold of, all you have to do is go to our website and scroll down, and you will find everything you're looking for. For example, the very first service that we offer is a class and a group session. And if any instructor wants to give their class a session, especially freshman seminar, clubs, organizations, any department, like Lauren, if she wanted to book that one, she and I communicated that this is where she could have done a session and ask for a group session to give a presentation about our services or a specific presentation regarding a topic in financial literacy. All they have to do is click in here, submit a request, and we did about 240 last year, and we're fixing to do another 200 this coming year. People book us at least 3 to 4 months in advance so they can get on our calendar, and I will show you the minute they will do this application here, they can get on our calendar. And this is the calendar that every line in there is a session that we will be delivering to any group that they ask us for a session.
Dad, I don't mean to interrupt, but I can't see your screen. I'm wondering if you can try to share that again.
Yeah, okay. Let me see. You cannot see the screen at all, okay?
No.
Let me go and back, hit the share again. Can you see it now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, there we go.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that, because to me, it's like, it looks like it was sharing, but it wasn't. This is the main page that you go to. And if you want to ask for a group session or a freshman seminar, or even a department, I get many requests from offices like the admission, student aid, even the registrar, anybody who wants to inform their staff on what we do at the center. They call us and they put a request, and we go and we give them an information session on what we offer at the center. They do it through this website. If you click on submit a request, the minute you click on that one, I'm not going to click, it's going to take you to the booking system. You will see the presentation or the request posted on our calendar. So people ask for our services through our website. So anything you want us to do, just go to our website and ask us, and we will go and do it for you. We also offer what we call one-on-one appointment. So for any students who are enrolled students, they have to be enrolled because we use Starfish. Starfish is the advising platform that the advisors use at Penn State to advise their students. And we get a lot of referral that way from an academic advisor that may see a student needing some help in their financial challenges, so they can refer them to us. And in return, if we find someone needs help with their academic, we make sure they contact their academic advisor and work with them. So we created a relationship with every office on campus to try to refer students and keep the student taken care of. We do not want any student to fall through the cracks or not know what to do in the next step. So we pretty much work with them hand in hand to try to take care of them and make sure they are receiving the services that we want them to receive. When they do want to talk to any one of us, all they have to do is submit a request, and they can get on our calendar for the one-on-one appointment. They can meet with the professional staff, or sometimes they choose to meet with the student. That will be because we do hire student ambassadors to work with us. They may want to do a peer-to-peer session. They just want to talk to someone and get to know somebody in our center. So we offer both services, staff or a student. The second service that we offer, that is a big service, is we do open webinars. The open webinars are run every other Tuesday. And if you go on our website, you will see the schedule 1 year ahead of time, prepared, promoted, programmed, everything. And they are live webinars. You're not looking at the recording. You are using, like I'm talking to you right now, it's a live webinar. They are open to public. And all you have to do is find the webinar you want to attend. Let's say you want one on July 14 for retirement planning. You just click on that link in here and you enter our secured Zoom room, and you will watch the webinar with us as it's being given. This is every other Tuesday. Now, to just inject some fun for students, we created a trivia games. The trivia games are offered every other Thursday. And for that, we used Kahoot as the platform for doing the games and their trivia. They're just a bunch of questions, and you use your cell phone, and we get you engaged, and we discuss every topic and so on. This is gaining popularity as we go in time, and people are enjoying it, especially that now we pretty much all of us are working remotely. So this is another remote activity that students can get engaged to and follow us with it. Now, let's say you missed the webinar and you go, oh my God, I missed the webinar. What do? We do record all of our webinars. We record them and we attach them to this link in here that's called presentation. And you can click on any one. Do you see what it says, watch the presentation? You can click on any of these and watch the latest webinar that we did. And every time we record a new version, we put the new one on the website and we take the old one out. Beside every presentation, there is the PowerPoint that goes with every webinar that we do. We prepare a PowerPoint and we attach it with the recording of that presentation. Many times people now know how we do things. So they say, oh, I cannot join you on Tuesday, but when are you gonna post the new webinar? I'd like to watch the recording version of it. And we let them know. We usually post it within like a day or two. So let's say someone joins us on, for example, somebody wanted to join us on June 29, for example, let's see where we are. On July 14, by July 15 or 16, we will have that webinar posted to the presentation down below. And they can go in and watch it and get the very latest version. We have an entire library of them. The list goes on and on and on. And each one is a recording of a prior webinar that we've done and we posted for future reference. Like I just did an entire presentation to the Alumni Association. Actually, we did the COVID-19 personal finance, and it is recorded and the PowerPoint attached to it as well. So we try to organize our work so people can use their own learning style, because not everybody learns the same way. Some people, they like a webinar session. Other people, they like a discussion. Other people, they learn it through trivia, or they want to meet with one-on-one for privacy issues. Some people also would like to teach themselves on their own time. So what we decided to do, we created self-study modules. And these are created in Canvas, which is supported by the Penn State faculty. So we created 28 different modules that are available to anybody who wants to do a self-study module on their own. For example, our biggest module, pretty much the most visited ones, are the upper line, the budgeting, credit card, student loans. We got a lot of people who also visit saving and investing. Not many people visit time value of money. I think they find it too complicated for everyday living because it is more academic. And some people, they visit money and relationship. We got money and nutrition. We have salary negotiation. And this page is what I call the basis for our curriculum, which means anything we want to teach in financial literacy has a self-study module. For example, let me click on credit card, for example. That takes you straight to Canvas. And I don't know if you noticed or not, I did not have to sign in. I did not have to get a password. I did not have to forget what my password was. I can only click on that module and voila, I am in, and I can go ahead and do the module, which is done in Canvas. All of our modules are based on 5 chapters and a test your knowledge page. The test your knowledge page, many people take it before they do the module to just assess how much they know. And then they go ahead and they take the module, then they take the test your knowledge again to decide how much they have learned and how much they still have to go back and redo. We use these self-study modules as the basis of the curriculum. What I'm trying to say here is that for every self-study module, we create a PowerPoint presentation that I showed you on the prior screen, and we offer it as a workshop, we offer it as a webinar, and we base the trivia questions based on these self-study modules. So it's like, think of the curriculum as one-stop shop that you can get everything you want to get depending on your style. If you just want to do self-study by yourself, you could do that. But what has been happening lately, the faculty are very interested in these self-study modules, and they have been assigning these self-study modules to their students. Let me see, I need to get back to the main, maybe here. Yeah, I'm back. Let me go back and I lost you, didn't I? Let me go back and sign in and get you. I'm sorry about that. Every time I click on it, it kicks me out. Any questions so far while I'm waiting to sign back in?
Dad, I think I have a question for the group. I know that with students, there's a lot of different financial considerations that they are dealing with, whether it's student loans, budgeting, just managing their money. So I'm wondering if you could tell us a little bit about the common concerns that you see with students.
Oh, definitely. We see like different types. Let me give you examples of what we see most common is with the freshman students coming in, entering students. I don't want to call them freshmen because we have more than freshmen entering. With the entering students, they want to find their way around Penn State. They want to figure out how to finish their financial aid, you know, and clear some of the problems that they may be encountering. We can help them with that. We can educate them on how to, maneuver the system and figure out how to do their FAFSA. If they have a problem with the bursar, we help them out, to take care of that. Many of them, they don't understand their, for example, their financial responsibility. They go ahead and they sign that, yeah, I am responsible to pay this bill, and then their financial aid doesn't come through. They don't have any money saved from their families, and they found themselves unable to pay, and that stresses the student to the maximum. So what we try to do is the very first thing that we do is calming the student down, try to get them out of this stress zone and help them figure out what they need to do to be back on the right track. And that is usually, for example, they do a lot of verification in financial aid. And they send the student emails saying, you need to get this, 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 and this is your list to do. One of the most common things that we see, the student doesn't even check the email, or they forward their email to Gmail, or they do not follow up with these emails. So, and it's not like they are being irresponsible. Some of them are, but not all. But because they don't understand totally what to do, how to maneuver, how to find out what they need to do. And sometimes they read the message and they don't know what sometimes we're asking them. Like sometimes it says, we need, the tax forms from your parents for verification purposes, or we need a copy of this or a copy of that. So it's like they don't understand how to do it and how to do it effectively to get their financial aid coming to their account. Because if their financial aid does not authorize to their account, they're stuck. They have not paid their bills. They cannot proceed, and some of them lose their semester trying to fight through these problems. So we try to be like a live link, I call it like a lifeline between the rest of the campus and their financial problems. So we help them overcome these problems and get back into the system effectively to what they need to do. Many of them don't know how to budget on a daily basis. For example, they sign for a meal plan, let's say. They sign for a meal plan and all of a sudden they run out of money. Or their parents send them a budget and they blow it in the first couple of months. And then what do you do for the rest of the year? So we work with them to establish a budget. Many of them, they don't know how to go about finding scholarships. They don't know about finding a job on campus. We do help them maneuver through that and get their anything that touches their financial problems. One of the other common problems that we get is getting private loans, because many of them, especially those who come from out of state, their tuition is higher than the PA resident. So they've got to find more resources to fund their education. And financial aid offers so much. And if they're not eligible for other things of financial aid, they'll have to go and get private loans. So we work with them to try to get them the best approved by Penn State private loan that they can have, so they can pay their bills and move on. It's that type of things that we see over and over and over. Other things is a credit card. They get a credit card and they don't know how to use them effectively. Before they know it, the credit card is maxed. They're paying interest through the nose. And we're like, no, 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 no. Let's go back and figure out how we're going to help you use the credit card, not as a spending tool, but as a budgeting and emergency tool. You know, you shouldn't be blowing the credit card in 2 months and then what do? Get another credit card? You know, stuff like that, that we have to work with them. It's a part of the growing process. It's like we offer no judgment and we do not blame them for anything. We try to explain to them that we all have done that at one point in time. I wish I knew when I was young what I know now. I probably would have made different decisions. And this is the attitude that we try to capture the attention of the students, saying, you know, you're not in this, you're not alone, we're with you, we will help you, but we also expect you to do your part. So if we work with you and you're not going to do your part, then we have a problem. It's a part of the growing process. Now let me get back to the website and show you more services that we offer. So we've gone through like a classes. We did one-on-one, we did self-study modules, we went over the webinars that we offer, and everything we offer is free of charge. And many of them are open to the community. Anyone can log in and use our services, except for the one-on-one appointment that is reserved for our students, because we want to take care of them first. And another one that we just offered are a mentoring program. And this program, I am so proud of this program because we just created it last October. It went alive like maybe third week of September, October. We use the Alumni Association platform called Lion Link. And I do not know how many of you are familiar with Lion Link, but you'll have to sign into Lion Link and then you join our program, which means if I click on join a program, that's gonna take me to I call it, you know, coming into the program from the back door. You have to go. I always tell my people, think of it as a hotel. Lion Link is the big hotel and we are renting a room in the hotel. So you have to go to the main lobby and then come to us, to our program. This program is open to all alumni. And I do not know who I have with me on the receiving end, but I encourage you to really encourage other alumni to participate because it is a very, very valuable service to our students. Our students love it. And, you know, a lot of them will sign in and they keep emailing me. I cannot wait till I find, you know, a mentor. I'm like, you know, be patient. I want to match you with the best mentor that will fit your needs. And this is strictly for financial literacy, which means we don't expect the mentor to do anything except financial literacy based on like budgeting, credit card, saving, investing. And the mentor can choose which services they want to offer. And then the mentee tells us what do they want to receive, and we match them with each other. I already have active 107, but I also have about another like 30, 40 in the pending status that are, being worked on to try to match them with the remaining pool. I have to wait till I get like we try to match at least 75 to 80% of comparability. And we look at what do they want to do in financial literacy more than anything else. This is open to anyone and everyone that is like this. All of these people are being worked on. So it's gaining popularity. And again, this is less than 9 months old, and we've been able to get people interested in it. And as I said, it's open to all alumni, including also administrators. Like if a faculty member wants to be a mentor, they're more than welcome. And many seniors who graduate with us, they call and they say, can I be a mentor? And we say, sure, you could be a mentor if you want to help another student into the program. The mentoring program also, we spell out every single, thing that we want them to do and not to do. It's optional again, and the relationship stays open. The duration of the relationship is for as long as mutually agreed upon. We do not terminate their relationship till they decide to terminate it, and then they will be out of the program. Like I said before, they have to join Lion Link. They have to join here a Lion Link before they can join our program. We do try to work with the Alumni Association on a very, very close basis. Lisa Milne I don't know how I could do anything without her on this program. She's been a great help trying to help us to get this program up and running. Okay. I would like to leave some time also for questions. So I would, this is just basically the basic information of what we offer. I would like to open for questions and see what I can do, answer your questions if you have specific ones.
And I think all of you in the audience should have access to the question and answer. So feel free to type in there as well. And you know what? Actually, since we have about 10 attendees in the audience, I'm actually going to allow you all to talk, and so please feel free to just ask God any questions about the Financial Literacy Center, their common concerns for students, and that way you don't even have to type it in the question and answer. You can all just talk as you need.
Is there a fee for Lion Link? Okay, the question is there a fee for Lion Link? And the answer is yes. To get the mentoring program, to rent a room in their hotel, I pay for the Senate $2,000 a year to participate in the Lion Link. Lion Link is a platform owned by the Alumni Association. So they have it for their alumni, and it has I'm not sure exactly, but I think the last time I looked, it had over 7,000 active members on the alumni side, and at least 6,000 on the student side, if I remember correctly. But what they do is they have it open to many other places. I know Career Services has a mentoring program, HHD has a mentoring program, so there is a full list of people who do have mentoring programs who use Lion Link as the platform.
And just to add to that, for mentors and for alumni and for students, there is no fee for you to join as a mentor.
No.
You can, it's just for the mentor managers to pay to use the service, not for you to actually come in and mentor. So I encourage you all to take advantage of that too.
Yeah. The service itself is free. Just the platform costs the center some money to operate, but no, for anybody who wants to join, like Lauren is saying, a student or alumni, it's free. And they have to have a membership in the Lion Link. They have to enter the Lion Link, and then they can get to our program. We do not charge anybody specific fee.
Dodd, this is Chris Gamble. I have a question for you on a macroeconomic level. We've heard about the financial crisis that is looming around student debt that may not be able to be repaid on a national level. And, economic times now are even harder for families. Do you have any thoughts on what this lack of ability to repay big loans, in the aggregate might do for our economy?
Okay, let me deal with this question on different levels. On the student level, students who do not keep track of how much they are borrowing, all of a sudden they close their eyes, they open their eyes, and they have $120,000, $130,000, many of them. Then they go into the market trying to find a job, and they suffer for at least 10 years to be able to pay that back. This is on the student personal level. As a nation, if you look at the overall debt, we're talking about, what is it, $1.4, $1.3 trillion there is a national debt. That is one of the huge debt on the society. And it will affect the economic development of the society in order to go back to making asset decision, purchasing of the assets of people, which means if I am paying student loans, I cannot buy a home. Many of them, they cannot get married. Many of them, they can't even, believe it or not, they can't even have children because they're worried about how do I take care of that. So it creates an economic level on a national level. And to be honest with you, I think our government needs to interfere and figure a way to help these students either overcome the interest that they charge them on the loan. To me, if you borrow the principal, you borrow the principal. That's it. You have to pay it back. I believe in the personal responsibility. But the interest that they accrue on these students, 7 and 8%, that accumulates over time, I mean, that makes the debt pretty steep. And I think they should do something to try to help them. There are plenty of programs that need to be encouraged. We're not sure which way they're going to go with the current administration. And the forgiveness, if you work for a public institution, maybe you could get some forgiveness. But the caveat in the forgiveness program, the student has to make 120 successful payments to be eligible to participate in the forgiveness of the remaining debt. So you still are grounding the student for at least 10 years in order to be able to see some relief on the student national debt. So, I mean, it has many levels, and many families try to interfere and help the student pay that debt. But believe it or not, we work with students whose families borrow on their behalf, but then they expect the student to pay them back once they graduate. So you've got multiple problems going on with the student debt.
Yeah, we sure do. Thank you.
Sure, thank you.
Dot, I have a follow-up question real quick. So with COVID-19, I know that there's a lot of talk about student debt, but also about not forgiveness, but like postponement of some of that debt. So I'm wondering how you are advising students right now, especially students about to graduate and start to pay off their loans, what that typically looks like.
Yeah. Depending on where they are in their repayment process. If they are already in the repayment process and they are still working and earning an income, we advise them to continue the course, keep paying, keep chipping at it, and get rid of that debt. Now, for the students who, for example, just graduated, and they cannot find a job with COVID-19. They're probably staying with families. And even though they have a grace period after graduation, they get like 6 months of grace period, of not paying till 6 months into it. The COVID-19 allowances for students not to accumulate interest is about to expire, and we do not know what they're going to do in, extending that grace period or not. Those students, we encourage them to either go back and do a graduate school, which means because when you are in a graduate school, you are deferring that payment. You keep carrying that payment over because they don't have a job to pay. It's like, how are you going to pay it? And you do not want to default on student loans. Student loans are not forgivable by law, which means you cannot bankrupt yourself out of them. No one will bankrupt you out of that. So it is a debt that I call it the shackled debt. You cannot get rid of it. If you have a home and you have a mortgage and you want to get out, you sell the house, you get out, you go rent an apartment. With student debts, there is no way out. That's it. You are stuck in that debt. So we encourage them to either go back to graduate school, or, try to work with the servicer to only pay the interest and keep the principal. Try to figure out a payment that the law will allow you. Every student has a different situation. So this is why we try to work on the student, on their case, We work with them, what's applicable to them and their situation. You know, many of them, their parents are helping them. If their parents have the income, they are helping them make that payment to try to keep them on course. You know, I mean, we're hoping, I mean, I keep hoping within a year or two, COVID-19, hopefully we'll be out of this problem, and then we go back into making other decisions. But those who just graduated are having a very, very difficult time. Okay, we've got a few questions, I think, Q&A. Is there a formal training for mentors? Well, I mean, when we ask mentors to join, we are hoping that they already know a level of financial literacy, and we do offer our resources as refresher courses for those who want to be mentors, but we're hoping that they know how to budget, they know credit cards, they know student debt a little, you know, to try to work with the students. And the students, believe it or not, they need the basics. They're not going to ask for, like, you know, we encourage them not to give advice. It's like, don't give a student an advice to invest in Vanguard, for example. I would explain to the student the pros and cons of investing with Vanguard, but I will not advise them to do so. We let the student make their own decisions. But as a formal mentor training, no, it's very informal. Now, if one of you is interested in being a mentor and you don't feel like your skills are up to par in financial literacy, you could probably educate yourself through our website or contact me and I will work with you, because we would love to have more people join the program. Do many students drop out of school due to lack of financing, or is the financial issue primarily after graduation? Believe it or not, we get a lot of people who drop out after the first semester. And let me explain to you what I mean. People who come to us, especially from out of state. I just worked with a student this past year who came to us from Alabama. And she did one semester, only one semester. And she borrowed through financial aid, and she borrowed private loans. She did not have any money saved whatsoever. She ended up finishing 3 credit hours only and going back to Alabama. That breaks my heart. So yes, to answer your question, we do have a number of students who drop out after the first or the second year in school due to financial challenges. And basically, those are the students who come to us with no financial plan. They are accepted academically, but they cannot get enough finances from the university for a full scholarship, which means they may have a partial scholarship, but then how do you fund the remaining if you do not have the financial security to come to school with it? Another situation we run into, for a student to get private loans, they have to have like a somebody to sign with them, somebody to sponsor them. And if they don't have that person helping them, they cannot get the private loan. And if you are from out of state and you don't have the fund to pay the full tuition, you're not going to be able to make it. So that will be mostly the problems that we see. Any other questions? We got one more. Oh, just thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Melanie.
So, Dad, I mean, you gave us a lot of really great information and a really good overview of what your center does. Just as a personal plug, I know when I was in graduate school at Penn State, I used the center so many times, one-on-one coaching and their self-study modules. So for all of the mentors who are in our audience right now, I highly recommend referring students to the center because they can just be such a great help. And it looks like we have one more question that came in.
Yeah, this is from Linda. Linda is asking, do you have any future plans for the center? We pretty much sit in the programming aspect. It's like we offer the basic information. We do the classes, we do the one-on-one, we got self-study modules, we do webinar, we do workshops, we record, we get all the presentation. The one thing that I'd like to do for a future plan is expand the program geographically. Now, pretty much we got most of the requests and the services for University Park. We tend to forget that University Park is only 50% of Penn State. We've got a World Campus and we've got Commonwealth campuses scattered across the state of Pennsylvania that make the other 50%. If I have any future plan is to expand all these services to the entire Penn State and try to get as much of the Commonwealth and World Campus services into the program. Because everything that we offer to University Park, we offer it very easily, the same way, the same fashion to the Commonwealth campuses. But I still would like to get people from this geographic area to join the mentoring program, students to ask for one-on-one, because we do them Zoom, like I'm talking to you right now. So, we encourage them, but so far we have not been very successful in recruiting them into the program. So that will be my future plan. Any other questions that I can help you with in any level? One thing I wanted to mention that we also have a advising board. Our advising board is made out of 13 different people from across the university, and they have students, faculty, staff, Commonwealth campus representative, graduate student, undergraduate student, to try to get a feel of the direction, and they do advise me on and guide me into the direction. It's like, which way should we go? Is this working? Is this not working? Are we providing what the students need? And are we providing something that people should not care about or don't care about? But so far, every program that we created has attracted enough number of recipients that I feel like it's a viable program. And like, for example, our self-study modules, they're on the website, on the web. We've had, the last time I looked, over 65,000 visitors to those modules. So to me, it's like we are reaching some people out there. Otherwise, the program will not be viable. We got some in the chat. Thank you so much for the intro. I'm already a part of the alumni mentoring program for the College of Liberal Art, but had no idea about Lion Link. I just signed up. Thank you for letting us know about this resource. Thank you so much, Alicia, and I really appreciate it to be able to be a part. We do a lot of work with the liberal art as well. The College of the Liberal Art is a big contributor also for our student ambassadors. We do hire students that work at our center, and we used to get them from Smeal College, till I said, well, wait a minute. Financial literacy should be for everybody and not just the business students. So now we open it to all students, and we've got good students working for us. Very proud of them.
Okay.
Anything else that you would like to? We still have some time, and I want to leave enough time for Q&A. This way I can answer your specific questions.
And Dodd, would you be okay if I gave your email to those who have been in the audience to follow up with you if they have any specific questions?
Sure, no problem at all. It's dar39@psu.edu. I'll put it in the chat for everybody. And we have a generic one for finlit@psu.edu. The Finlit is, I take care of the Finlit as well, but if you want to give that out, give the Finlit out. This way, if I have to assign it to the staff, I'll be able to. But if you want to contact me directly, it's a DAR39. And I keep telling people this is daughter of American Revolution, and my age is 39. So you can remember it that way. We got one more Q&A. how do you publicize your program to students and potential mentors? Very good question, Janice. I'm glad you said that because I forgot to touch on that. We are administratively placed with the undergraduate education, which means all the students who come to Penn State with undecided major, they go to the undergraduate education division. We have an office of communication that works for the undergraduate education, and believe me, I keep them busy. So they do a lot of the Penn State News. I'm sure you probably run into a Penn State News article about the center. They help us with the art development of the publication that we send out. They help us with sending emails out. So basically, our promotion is designed and created by the Office of Communication and published through Penn State News and published through listserv that we keep. Like if you would like to join our listserv, send me an email. I can add you to the listserv that receive periodic information if you want to keep up with this center. And all the students that we work with, we ask them the very same question. Would you like to be on the listserv? And if they say yes, we add them and they receive the information from us. We also, the center will be participating in Giving Tuesday. We participated last year and we were just blown away by the generosity of the alumni out there, Penn State. And we will be participating again this year, so they will also know about the mentoring program. Thank you. That was a very good question. Anything else I can answer for you? We, just of the side note, we reach about 4,000 entering students every fall, and we work, at least over 1,200 people with the one-on-one and different clubs and organizations. We do close to 200 to 140 classes, group sessions. And our website so far has over 60,000 visitors. And the last time I looked, we got 148 nations coming to our website, which means all over the world, people from all over the world, they come to the website and they check things out. Because remember, everything is free. The community join our webinars on a weekly basis. It's like we get to know them by first name because they keep coming. And you don't have to have an ID or a password. And we use what the university supports in platform. Like we use the Lion Link with the Alumni Association. We use Canvas for the classes, which is supported by the faculty. We use a Starfish for appointments, which is supported by the advising group on campus. So it's like we try to stay within the technology that the university allows and supports. So and that helps us create more relationships across the campus.
That's so great. And Dad, I just want to thank you again for all of the information. Does anybody have any lasting questions for her, or else we can end a few minutes early? Again, I'll send out her information and the email address that she had provided everybody in the chat after this concludes. And this has been recorded, so this will go out through our newsletter on Monday. But any lasting questions? I know we got a lot of thank yous in the chat, and I just want to thank you again, Dad, for all of your expertise and wonderful information. And this center is just so valuable to Penn State students on campus.
Oh, Lauren, thank you so much. I want to thank you. It's like I've known you for years, and thank you so much for having us here.
Of course.
And I do appreciate the attention that the center gets through people like you who are friends of the center. So anytime, it's my pleasure to be here. We got great programmers. So thank you, Paul.
Thank you for speaking with us.
Thank you, Chris. Anytime. Thank you, Sarah. I do appreciate you being here.
All right. So with that, I'll conclude our program for today. So thank you again, Dodd. Just much thank you. And I'm sure that I will be in touch soon. So
Oh, anytime you need us, anytime you want to help us with the center, we welcome everyone. So you have a great day, and thank you again for having us.
All right. And thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll see you guys later. Right. Bye.
Bye.